Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Down. We're good. You right, Eddie? Tighten up. Easy. Kill.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third-year back from Florida State. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
What you got?
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
On second down now, it's Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
Hey, wahoo!
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, Antonio Brown can wreak havoc in so many ways. Here he's able to cause a PI penalty.
He runs at defensive backs with such speed and power. I think it creates panic on their end, and a lot of times they just reach out and grab him, and that's the result there, a pass interference call.
Monday, down. 185. All day, baby.
Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 24th pick in the spring by Oakland was Josh Jacobs. Only rushed for 640 yards last year at Alabama, but when you consider the offensive depth chart they had, it makes it understandable. So young, won't turn 22 until February, and they're really hoping that the veteran presence of 30-year-old Doug Martin can be a guiding light for Jacobs. Back to the ground, this time Cook. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Trying to run forward with Jacobs. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on third down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on third downs all year long.
29, 55, right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. This will be caught by Brown. Call that a very strong gain of 24. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Now. 180. We're good. You right, Eddie? 39, 9. 55, my God, 55.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On second down, Jacobs. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Check! 55 to Mike. Rip right. Jam. Express! Staying open. Mike, 55.
They'll run with Cook. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him and gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
And kept him to a short run play there. They'll run for it with Cook. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let go!
At their own 23-yard line.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Mariota hands to Henry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 31-yard line.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. He's got his man sharp, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
We tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Watch the slant. Hey, watch it, watch it. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Very good.
On 2nd down, it's Lewis, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point up and good by Succop. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Carr now to throw. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Henry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Tennessee.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside it. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They're running it.
From the 24, Carr. Got him in. It's Brown. 12 yards there and a first down. First 9 seasons in the league for Brown were, of course, in Pittsburgh. Last year, though, growing concerns of his dissatisfaction in his role with the Steelers and the quibbles with Ben Roethlisberger. So he ends up being traded to the Raiders in March. 7-time Pro Bowler, 6 straight years of at least 1,200 yards and 8 touchdowns. Not a bad stretch. What a talent for Derek Carr to have on his side.
185. Get in the weight room.
First down, here's the run with Cook. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
180. 59. We own this. We own this.
On 2nd down, Cook. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, it's Carr. Completes it to Dixon. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr, he'll let this go for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
What screen? Hey, check 24. 618. Hey, Foxtrot. 54's Mike. Check.
Shotgun now for Carr. Dixon, complete. And he's going to be about a yard or 2 short of the first here. He needed the 35 but didn't make it. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
A 53-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Here we go.
From the gun, Mariota. And he locates Walker, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
A 2nd down run with Lewis. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
That's got to be a long day. He's crashing. He's checking crack.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. To throw is Mariota. Man open left side is Brown. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Mariota. And that's complete to Lewis. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mariota. And his throw is incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
On 1st down, Henry. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. He's got Smith here. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Throwing is Mariota. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So give him the first down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Try to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They needed a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Give him 30 yards there. And that seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good this guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. From the 29, Carr. And he rifles one incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
All day, just like that, just like that.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. Cook able to escape. And good power running, but he's still going to be about a yard short. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, You can't have those kind of plays.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? They go with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 16th touchdown of the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Raiders 16. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Henry. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
You better be afraid of me.
Here's Mariota. It's complete to Brown, right side. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive.
Pick it up. 36. Right Monday.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Again, it's Cook. He'll have a 1st down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run on 1st down. Cook. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. You're mine.
To throw his Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Cameron Wake in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Now Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
Check.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Titans, they move back over 500 at 7-6, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home.
up the cash and love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up.
I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash and love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash and love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went.
Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went.
Legs, arms, the head, all being moved in a frenzy.
The blends be all the right cred,
meaning credentials.
best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls.
And the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Steady, to the letter right, turn it up, we giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about, space out your mind?
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's
fool?
a close encounter of what kind?
When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver.
All about running the spot,
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
Simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years so you can say we got.
Return.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert.
Upheaval the ground.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.